everybody except for the man, the myth, the legend, Tristan Ahumada. Dude, how are you doing?
What's up, buddy? How's everybody doing out there? Good, good. All right. So, Noel, awesome. Can you do me a favor and post a link to the group because there's a couple of people asking, and then I'll rapidly get through this so that we can.
We posted in the chat. Yep.
Oh, awesome. All right. Is it okay if I share a short presentation?
Sure.
All right. Sweet. All right. So, Howard's right. Over the weekend, I took the time to create clarity for me and for the industry. And Howard was one of the people that I reached out to among like 8 different CEOs, and then a few best-selling authors and a few other executives across different tech companies across the world. And believe it or not, I mean, it's probably easy to believe, but Howard is actually one of the smartest people I talk to. And so I want to give props to him because I do get to hang out with a lot of smart people, and we're all blessed to have Howard because he's a pretty brilliant guy. And I think when it comes to hard times like this, it's cool to know that we can have somebody like that lead our industry. So Howard, thank you, man.
I always say I'm only smart because I surround myself with smarter people, like my partner G and Dr. J and Kiwi and everyone else here and yourself. So that's the only reason I'm smart. Surround myself with smarter folks like this panel. But anyway, thank you, Tristan.
Agreed.
And the $10 check is in the mail.
Yeah, bud. I'm gonna get it soon. I'll use it on In and Out. Anyway, so what I found is that a lack of clarity is creating the chaos that we're in, and a lot of the frustration. And it's up to us as agents to be able to bring some of that clarity, even though we don't have it. And when I talk to a lot of these leaders in the industry, the one thing that they did own was uncertainty. They were all clear with everyone that, you know what, I don't know what's going to happen next, but they owned it. And they said, let's figure out what solutions we can bring to the table. And I love that. And so one of the things that I want to talk to you about was this morning I had a conversation with one of our sellers. We just took a listing for 1.3 million in Thousand Oaks, and we had a conversation with the seller, and they asked this, and it's a common question that everyone is asking across the nation. It's, well, what's happening with buyers and sellers? And so knowing that question, because everyone is asking that, we have to be prepared to answer that and say, well, look, here's what's happening. And one of the things that we've done is over the last few days, we now created a 7-day rolling period of this. We are now tracking just listed every single day, pendings and solds. This way, we're creating a graph to see how the market is changing every day. And we're prepared to be able to give this to our sellers and buyers because every area is different. And the more information you have, the better. So let me get through this here. This you can see over the last 50 years, the 30-year mortgage rates have moved in unison with the 10-year treasury rate. And it's important to use this information to be able to show our clients, hey, look, buyers are still going to be out there. It's just going to take more on our part, more effort to find those ones that are ready to buy now, whether it's people that are having divorces, people that have family members that died, or people that have to move or sell. And so this is important to look through. Again, here you can take a look at interest rates over the last few months, over the last year and a half. And I mean, just up until last 2 weeks, the interest rates were incredibly low. And you have to put that in people's faces so that they know that there are still opportunities.
Right. Yeah, Tristan, I'm glad you showed that because, look, rates can tick up a point on any given day. They can tick down a point. They can, right. But especially for first-time buyers, what you need to explain to them, what they don't understand is it doesn't matter whether interest rates are 3.5% or 4%, 4.5%, down to 3.5%. Like historically, when you go start really going back in time, as you've shown, cost of capital is cheap and will be cheap, right? I mean, our parents were paying what, 11%, 12%, right?
Well, dude, look at this, man. That's exactly right. 12% in the 80s, 90s, 8%, 6%. It's still insanely low. And they're estimated to go even lower over the next few weeks or months. So just showing people the difference in payments creates opportunity that they don't see. And it's our job as professionals to be able to translate that for them, right? So you can see here, annual home price appreciation. Here's a perfect graph to show leading up to what we call now the Great Recession, how the appreciation of prices was happening in comparison to the last 6 years. One of the people that I talked to, which was Howard over the weekend, he said, hey, look, man, we've got a stable economy. The unemployment is low. There's nothing fundamentally wrong with our economy. So as soon as we see a turnaround from this, the market's going to skyrocket. And people need to understand that the more listings you build up now, the more clients that you talk to now, the more opportunity you're going to have as soon as this turns around, because it's going to be a sharp curve up, or even more like a straight line, slight curve. Here's what Lawrence Yun said, chief economist of NAR. He just said this a few days ago, and pretty much exactly what Howard told me. Another smart guy here. You could just copy that, go to NAR, grab it. It's just saying that, look, during the last recession, real estate was on about wobbly ground. We don't have that right now. This is the message that the consumer needs to hear, and it needs to come from us. Right here, you can see again, recession versus housing crisis. You can see what happened in 1991, 2008. Just because we hear the word recession doesn't mean it equals a housing crisis. And over on the right, that's the type of verbiage you want to give to the consumer. It says, look, many experts predict a potential recession, but housing will not be the trigger, and this will not be a repeat of 2008. In fact, home values will likely still continue to appreciate. And this gives you an opportunity to show them exactly what can happen by showing them facts, right? You're creating clarity so that there's no chaos, right? It's our job to do that. Here, NAR released something just a few days ago. I can put up the link. If we click on this, it takes you to their whole thing on the things that we need to do as agents. You can just Google this, coronavirus, a guide for realtors. I can put up the link here as well. And then let's talk about Facebook, what we need to do on Facebook. Here are some great ideas. You see Kyle Whistle, you know Kyle Whistle. He's doing a thing called Quarantine Conversation with Kyle Whistle, an opportunity for us to explain how the market is working, what we need to do, how things are working in real estate and mortgages, so that people understand that things are still going on. Property is still selling, whether it's buyers buying or sellers selling. Another opportunity, Nikki Klein, a friend of mine, she does great with Facebook communities. It's a great opportunity to create Facebook groups right now. Not only something like she did, which is social distancing together, which I thought was funny and great. Another friend of mine created an education group to show parents what to teach their kids, curriculums to create. It's an opportunity to come together where everybody's online right now on social. Why not create communities, right? And here, when you go on Facebook Live, I suggest you do it through your business page, because you can go on there with the click of a button, and now Facebook allows you to add captions. It takes you a second. So this way, people are watching online a lot. You can have them read it if they're having to be in a place where they can't turn up the volume. But lives, go live, create watch parties, and then whatever you do, download it and use it on Instagram, on IGTV, use it on, if you're on TikTok, use TikTok, use it on YouTube. Just a lot of opportunities to be able to use this. Here's the tech that you need right now. I put it all in one place for you. The things that I thought were really important, obviously, Ylopo. We use them a lot. Google PPC, we've been testing that out. Facebook, lead ads, and now with their Diva, and then HomeBot is amazing. Zoom or something like Zoom. It could be Google Hangouts. It could be Loom. BombBomb's important. I put at the corner there. Let me turn off my alarm here. I put at the corner there Eva. EvaBot is a gifting thing that we've been using a lot. It's evabot.ai, and you can take a look at them. This way, if you don't get to see your clients in person, you can still send them a gift.
Dude, I still remember when you sent me an Eva, dude, you guys have been using that for a while.
Yeah,
this was like,
man.
It's got to be probably at least 2, if not 3 years ago.
2
And
years.
it was awesome. Great.
Right? Yeah, it really connects people. It gives them two opportunities to love you. One, the experience of choosing what they like, and then actually receiving that gift in the mail, right? And then Asteroom, it's a cheaper version of Matterport. Obviously, if you have a Matterport like we do, use that. Asteroom's like $59, and it's pretty much the same thing as Matterport. You can find it on Amazon. Take a look at them. BombBomb, obviously, they brought it up at the very beginning of this. Vemly's an app where you can edit your videos and add captioning and add words to the top, to the bottom. It's an amazing app. Marco Polo, we talked about that. And AM Cards, it's just a card service that you can use to contact your clients and say hello, hey, wishing you the best type thing. These are all opportunities for us to connect virtually, and also by sending our clients some things. And how to prospect right now, this is where to focus: past clients, sphere, online leads, the last logins. That's so important right now because you want to contact people that are logging in. That's what we've been doing for all of our Ylopo leads right now. We use Follow Up Boss. So going in there, looking at who last logins were, and your approach is what's going to
Also got to mention, look at your why priority alerts, guys. Like, two things. Your last logins is awesome. We got to triage this, right? Your why priority alerts, your why level priority alerts. These are people that are exhibiting not this level of home search action, it's this level of home search action. They are telling you, the priority alerts are tapping you on the shoulder. So those clients of ours who teach others, who say, we don't just like wonder like who we're going to call or who we're going to text or what we're going to do. We literally train our agents to go in, triage this, right? Who are the most important patients to attend to? What triage is, it's these priority alerts, it's the last logins, and it's the riot conversations. Pick up the riot conversations as well. Tristan, I'm really glad you mentioned that.
Yeah, and look, when you have these conversations, I've been telling my agents daily, and lab coat agents and the industry, it's not the time to sell right now. It's the time to come from a point of contribution and say, hey, just reaching out to you. I noticed that you logged into our website to search for homes. I just want to make sure we're sending you the right homes. I don't want to spam you. So just let me know what I should be sending you, price points or areas, and that's it. And then if they're really interested, and a lot of these have been, yesterday we set 3 appointments yesterday, 400 dials, 3 appointments as a team. All we said was, how are you doing? How's everything going? We don't want to spam you. And people brought it up themselves. This is not a time to push. It's a time to be there to start the conversation. And anyone that's motivated will tell you, because they'll have questions. And so the more conversations you have, the more motivated people you'll find. And lastly, expenses. Here's where you need to look at the things that are working. And for us, Ylopo obviously is working massively because more people are online, right? So you need to double down on the things that are working, and then go through your accounts and see what's not working. See all those. For me, it was all the apps that I had on my iPhone that I subscribed to. I subscribed to so many things. I had to cut off a lot of those that I wasn't using anymore. That's what it came down to me. But it's important to look at your expenses right now and double down on what's working, because while everybody else is hiding and running, you need to be the people that are strong enough to lead this industry into a whole new world.
Tristan, can I add something?
Yeah.
So I want to back you up. You talked about EvaBot. We've been using it for a while. One thing I think, because you talked about coming from contribution, EvaBot tracks when you're giving gifts, home anniversaries, birthdays, closing gifts. They track 10 or more % higher referral from that base than what you're going to get from the non-gifting base in your CRM. So the more gifting you do, the more referrals you're receiving is the point.
Great point, man. I love EvaBot. And especially now you get those reviews. That's the key.
It is. And it goes across multiple platforms.
Yeah. Right now you need to be reaching out to your clients. And if they start engaging with you, you need to start putting more reviews on Google, because Google SEO, that's the key. Stop posting it everywhere else. Google is the master of everything.